TAGS Live, aka Talk About Gay Sex, the live edition. I'm your host, Steve V. This is episode 356 alongside Kodi Maurice Doggette. How the hell are you doing?
Hello, darling. I'm wonderful this evening. How are you?
Really good here. Welcome to our brand new platform over here on Vocal. We used to be on the Get Vocal platform, and Get
Mm-hmm.
Vocal has repackaged, and now they're vocal.com. We're really excited to be here because there's so many more bells and whistles. Bear with us today as we kind of get used to this.
Yep.
But you can still chat with us live. We love that. You can still ask questions, weigh in. That's still a part of the show. We're still live Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. But there's going to be some new things. We're in the chat section over here. And Kodi, do you love our new platform over here?
I live for this new platform. There's so many new functions that we can do. And once we get all situated and proficient in this, it's gonna blow your minds, guys. So get ready.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, let's get into it. Hopefully, people will migrate over to the new platform. Feel free to put comments in the chat section. We got a full show for you, though. That's really
Oh
exciting.
yeah.
I want to shout out, April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Testicular, your testes, your balls. And
Okay.
yeah, our sponsor, Manscaped, is really taking the lead on this with Testicular Cancer Awareness Month as their campaign, We Save Balls. And I love that with they're making people aware. What I really love about the campaign right now is it coincides with spring and summer coming aboard. I posted a whole thing about Manscaped recently in the current ad, is that I'm as spring and summer's coming around, Kodi, I
Mm-hmm.
am manscaping and getting back in the game of things, because also I'm back to
Oh.
walking again and getting out there. So I'm really
Uh-huh.
excited, but part of it is keeping everything, and because you never know when you're going to get laid.
I mean, hello, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm back to my old ways of getting back in business, and I
That's
have to
right.
say, I love that Manscaped. I'm going to do a little home shopping QVC moment here in a second with my favorite products by Manscaped that really are getting me back into the groove.
Oh,
But pairing up
nice.
with Testicular Cancer Awareness Month is a big deal, because the best ways, they say, in all seriousness,
Hmm.
that testicular cancer is one of the most common forms of cancer in men ages 15 to 35. So
Oh,
for our
wow.
younger audience, but of course,
Yeah.
we all know how things go. You need to always just be aware of your body at any age.
Yep.
When the good news is, when it's detected early, though, testicular cancer actually has a 99% curable rate. So that's the good news.
Fabulous.
Checking your testicles for lumps or anything out of the ordinary just takes a moment, and all you have to do is do it in the shower. They recommend doing it in a hot shower, because that's when your ball sack, which is my favorite, is at its lowest hanging point. It's relaxed. I've been
Love
known
it.
to like a good ball sack, and the best way to do it is just in a nice hot shower. You can do a self check and just feel
Mm.
around there. You're feeling, essentially, this is coming from experts, for lumps, bumps, or anything that might be a little bit painful. And the good news is, just go check with your doctor as well, because they can always give
Yes,
you the final analysis.
that's right.
But to kind of find your ball sacks a little bit more, and the Save the Ball campaign, I want to tell you just my favorite products by Manscaped. And for starters, is the very simple lawnmower 4.0. I
I have
love this.
that.
Yep. Love
Yeah.
this product. It's got a light on it, so you can, and it's waterproof. So you can do this in the shower. It's the easiest thing, Kodi, to do this when I just get in the shower. And most of us don't have a lot of time when we're trying to get ready to go out or
Oh,
do
yeah.
anything. You can do this, and just really get it all together. Like I said, the light, it's just really great, very high end. You just
Mhm.
plug it in, you are good to go. But if you're like me and you like a little bit more of a closer shave, this will get
Oh.
like the bush away.
Oh,
So,
yes. Oh,
which is what
yes.
I had. But they've got this lovely little crop shaver. It's called the
I
crop
knew
shaver.
it.
So this is for those like really tight shave, and I like a good tight shave
Oh, you
too.
like it all tight. I hear,
I
honey.
like it all tight. This has got 3 blades on it, and look at the little handle on it. It just allows for just that really close shave to
Oh,
get really
wow.
closer. This
I
is all another favorite product, the crop shaver. And lastly, to keep yourself clean, you've got to try the new body wash by Manscaped. The fragrance on it is just subtle but really not lovely. I'm going to use the word manly. I hope we don't get in trouble for that bit. I really love, or anybody really. It's really nice. I keep this in my shower. I wash that area. I do a testicular ball check and I shave. All good. You guys can all get 20% off by simply going to manscape.com. Use our promo code TAGS, TAGS, at checkout, and you'll get free shipping too. So try these products, support Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Do yourself a favor and check your balls. You'll be really happy you did. Or have somebody else
Fabulous.
do it for
I
you.
was gonna say that. You
Oh,
beat me to it, bitch. I love that. Yeah, I would have to get that shaver. That looks so cute. I can't wait to
I'll
try
get,
that out.
yes, I will get you one of these. I have an extra one, so I will get you that.
Oh,
And these
thank
cute, and
you.
these last you, these little blades
Uh-huh.
last you for a few different shaves, but they really
Okay.
get a tighter shave if you really want that kind of, smoothness in certain areas. Those harder to reach areas, the ass this is really great around the ass.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All
Just
right.
saying,
And we
just
know
saying.
we already discussed how you like it tight. So, I mean, there it is right
I like
there.
it tight. I like a good QVC moment. Products are flying off the
They
shelves.
are, darling. Oh my God, you do this so well. Have you
You
done this
know,
before?
I mean, I'm just saying, in a former life, what are the people saying, Cody, before we move on?
The people are saying hi first and foremost. So hi from Blake and Jen and James, and they're saying, will anybody help them if they need to shave? That's what James says.
I love
So
it.
we are taking uh tribute. We're taking volunteers to help James shave. Yeah, his
Hey,
balls. Get down there for in between them balls.
have you ever had somebody try and help you shave that area? Because I have, and
Hmm.
I had a guy that really wanted to shave my ass. He was
Okay.
really into my ass, really into it. And, that's kind of scary. It's like somebody with a knife coming towards your
I
private
was gonna
parts.
say.
But I entrusted him, and he did a really good, like, I could tell he was really passionate and
Hmm.
he just really wanted to do a good job with it. And I
Oh,
entrusted, I mean, it has to be somebody that you trust and that is,
that was
they're not
good.
going to let their kinky side get over because there is still a blade there,
Yeah,
y'all.
I was gonna say I don't think that there's anybody that I trust that much, not even my own mother. But I
Right.
think that you've given me a little bit of comfort as far as trusting somebody goes. So we'll see if it happens. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted.
I love it. I love it. Well, we love giving advice on Tags Podcast. And if you listen to episode 355 this week that dropped Tuesday, we gave a couple different advice to listeners. We always do. You can always DM us at Tags Podcast on Instagram or email us. We really thoughtfully give advice to our listeners. And Cecil, who listens to us, wanted us to know, hey guys, your last podcast was the best.
Oh,
Dating advice for men of a certain age. It really changed my perspective. And thank you, Cecil. And I'm glad it did. I mean, I think, yeah, we talk a lot about dating and how to nab a guy and how to, of course, sex for sure.
hmm,
But we want to cover dating in all different age brackets and the
Yes.
whole LGBTQI perspective. So yeah,
That's
I was
awesome. Thank you.
I liked that episode too. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Also, last week we want to shout out to Abigail or Abby of Sweet Baby Gay
Our sweet
Podcast.
baby.
She was on our show last week, if you remember, and just something she posted. She said, I had so much fun going on the Talk About Gay Sex podcast last Wednesday. Steve and Kodi host the podcast and do an amazing job at
Aw.
connecting with their audience. Their show is funny, thoughtful, and outrageous in the best way, all at the same time. The experience of joining a live podcast with these two hilarious people was
Oh.
amazing and left me feeling so energetic about my own show. Maybe we will get some live sessions in too. And then the next
Ooh.
week, this is exciting. She'll be releasing an episode with me where we talk about my experience with podcasting, my sexuality. So check that out. You can go to Sweet Baby Gay Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Check it out. I will be on her next podcast out Tuesday. And it was really fun being a guest on another episode and talking about my coming out experience. So just about everything and how we started the
Aw.
show. It was really fun. It's always great collaborating with other podcasters because we're all doing unique we all have unique voices, so I think it's really
Exactly.
important.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
so sweet. She was so amazing to have on the show. So I can't wait to listen to the episode.
Awesome. And lastly, if you are a part of our Patreon community, our Tags Sex Pause community, we've got this really cool once a month deeper conversation
Oh.
where Kodi and I go a little bit deeper with our listeners, and it's kind of a round robin. We often set the topic of what we're going to talk about, but at the end, we really make it open for everybody to kind of share. It's on our deeper Discord voice channel, and you can join it by going to patreon.com/tags podcast and picking up a tier at the subcategory and above. Our next deeper conversation is happening Tuesday, April 26th.
Nice.
And tune in for that because it's going to be a lot of fun at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So check that out.
Can't wait.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's get into some hot topics and let's start out with something fun, Kodi,
Okay, I'm ready.
because I don't know, have you ever been to the White Party in Palm Springs?
I have not. I have not. But I mean, I'm always down to go. Is this an invitation? What's going on here?
It's not this year, I have to say. This weekend is actually, as it always coincides with Easter weekend in Palm Springs.
Okay.
I've gone a couple times. I think the first year I went, I worked at a prop house in Los Angeles, and
Oh,
our prop house was helping to design and put together the props for the White Party that particular year. I think it was like early 2000s. And what was really cool about it is Tony Braxton was the performer that year. And just seeing Tony perform was like really exciting, or actually in rehearsals.
uh-huh. I love
Super
Tony.
exciting. A few years later, I got to see, which I'm not even a fan of, but I learned to like her at the tea dance,
It
was
was
Leanne.
Tamar, her sister.
No, no, I'm a
Oh.
Tony only on the Braxtons. Just only Tony. The rest of those Braxtons, ugh. But oh, and I forgot who I was going to say that
Oh,
was
I'm sorry.
Leanne Rhymes,
Oh,
who
okay, yeah. I love
she was
her.
fine. She was good.
Yeah.
But this year it's Paula Abdul. And yes, Blake, Paula Abdul is performing at the White Party. She's doing the tea dance. The tea dance is so Kodi. What's really cool is there's the White Party, which is like the big to do on
Okay.
Saturday night. And it's
Yeah.
often overblown and really expensive, but can be fun in its own right.
Okay.
Lots of lights and DJs. The tea dance is at the fairgrounds, and it's the Sunday party. It's in the middle of the day, afternoon. There's a Ferris wheel you can get on. It's so much fun, and that's the one that you really want to go to and
Oh,
not miss out.
yeah?
Yeah, put those sunglasses on and go. and it's fun flirting in the day. You're outdoors in the middle of Palm Springs. You can take a break and get on the Ferris wheel with your boo or a new boo. And
Hey.
yeah, and then get ready for the main attraction. This year it's Paula Abdul.
Hey, Paula.
And who doesn't love Paula Abdul?
I live
The
for Paula
original
Abdul.
choreographer, I happen to love her just because she choreographed for Janet Jackson
She
back in the day.
did.
She
Yeah.
posted this really good video of like what's to come and what she's going to perform. And I watched it. I'll post this on TAGSPodcast.com. You got to watch it. First of all, she looks amazing.
Yes, she
Color,
does.
we all need a little Paula right now. Paula to me represents happiness and
Enjoy.
positivity and joy. Things that I think we could all use a little dose of right now. There's so much strife in the world right now. And I don't know. I just think if I was going to this, I would be so excited to see her. In the video, she is in neon green and pink,
Mhm.
and the dancers are too, and the choreography is off the charts.
She is doing it, and I know she's a woman of a certain age, and she is still hitting those ones and twos, those 5,
Oh,
6,
bah,
7s.
bah,
She's
bah,
doing
bah,
it
bah.
all, and I live for Paula Abdul. She was Blowing Kisses in the Wind is one of my favorite songs ever.
How does it go?
Like I'm blowing kisses in the wind. Do you know that song?
I don't, but keep
Wait and
going.
wait. No, no, no. This is not.
This is Tags
I'm gonna cover it.
karaoke.
I'm gonna cover it,
Okay.
but
When
not
you're
right
warmed
now on
up.
this show. Exactly. Oh my goodness. But she was doing vibology in the little snippet that she gave us, and I have to say, I love that
Yes.
song too. Anything
Funky.
Paula
That's
Abdul.
funky.
Oh
Yeah. And
yes.
let's not forget the first album, Always Your Girl,
Forever your
Straight
girl.
Up.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God. I
I
can't.
mean, that first album really, and it's gonna be a lot of Bob Fosse and a lot of just really amazing choreography, and the boys they're so hot. So
I
this is
mean,
gonna be fun.
hello. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
So
excited.
I can't wait. Maybe she'll come to Pride in New York this year and we'll have a double
Art
dose of
Paula
Paula.
moment. Yeah. Any listener going now, we want to report back on how it was. Please let us know. Anyone going to the white party that listens to tags, let us know. Okay, well, we have got to get into it. I'm not Mr. Sports fan here. And then I like some sports,
Okay.
but baseball is apparently the American pastime and it's back.
Is it?
There is a
I thought it was
baseball
anal.
player that Sean Murphy just was playing. So if you thought beefy butts of American footballers were impressive, according to Cock and Cocktails, then we're going
Okay.
to need you to spare a moment for Sean Murphy. In a
Uh-huh.
game
Oh.
against the Tampa Bay Rays, the catcher of the Oakland Athletics hit a home run when his big bubble butt hit the ball instead. And I love that it's from he's from Oakland too,
Oh
because
yeah.
that's my hometown.
Oh.
Yeah, I lived in Oakland. My sister lives there now, and I just love that. His butt is out there in that video.
It
Did
is
we have a?
thick and juicy.
It's thick and juicy. Did you have a picture of it that we could
I
put up
did.
there?
I
Okay.
I don't have control.
Okay.
Remember.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
okay.
I can send it
It,
to you and you can put it up.
Okay, try and do that, and I'll
Okay.
put it up there. Um, what did you think of his butt? Because it's so out there. The thing is, they were saying Murphy commented, "It's crazy how social media is. I could have hit 4 home runs yesterday, 4 grand slams, and it wouldn't have had the attention it had on last night's game. It's funny. It's a great shot. I'm not mad at it." Other people that are baseball fans were like, "Seriously, this is what everybody was looking at." But the way his back is arched
Yep.
is insane.
Like
I
he's
think I
done
have
it
a
before.
like he's done it before. You had something to say about this, though. I'm going to put it up on the. I have a picture here. Go ahead. What were you going to say about it?
I was gonna ask you if you knew why he arched his back like that to have the ball hit him in the butt.
I don't know. So tell me.
So what happens is in baseball, if you get hit by the ball, then you get a free base
So you think he's sticking his butt out there to
to
get.
get hit by the ball. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he did that to get hit by the ball so he could to go to the base for free.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean,
So but we got a good show out of it.
we did. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out on our new platform on how to put up a picture, but I can't remember where to do it. And Kodi, you'll just we'll have to do it next time because I don't know
Yes,
how to
next
do it.
time. For
Yeah.
sure.
And
Oh yeah, we'll get it together. We'll get it.
I
I'm sure
can't.
everybody has
There's
seen
too
it
much I
already.
have to
So
do on my end.
okay.
And little backstory: Kodi was supposed to have rights to the back end of this show too, which he doesn't,
Yeah.
sadly. So yeah, but that's okay. It'll just more is to come as we continue to develop this, and it'll be good. But yeah, it kind of got me like it was super sexy and hot. I mean, but regardless if that's the stance that you use or not, baseball isn't necessarily known. There's a lot of baseball players out there that have sort of mediocre bodies, if you know what I
Hmm.
mean. They're not like the greatest. Some guys could stick their butts out till the kingdom come, and it will not be as bubble butt as that is. I'm just saying, he has a bubble butt. Like, he's
Yes, he
really
does.
cute too, by the
Oh,
way.
yes, he is. I actually Googled baseball bubble butt in order to get the picture that I can't even get onto the screen.
Yeah.
And so many nice butts came up. I was like, oh, do I need to go to a baseball show right now? I need
Apparently, yeah. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
it's really awesome. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more serious. We're moving on from
got it.
our
Hmm.
Michael Sam's story
Got it.
because I got that a little off. But apparently, STDs are surging to a record high after briefly dropping in the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Rates of rates of STIs resurged beyond 2019 levels to finish the year at a record high. And this
Oh
is
wow.
according to new data by the CDC. Researchers with the CDC said its report, the 2020 Sexually Transmitted Disease Surveillance, shows how COVID-19 disrupted in person healthcare and diverted scarce public health resources away from STIs,
Oh,
which had been on
wow.
the rise for years. So ultimately, diverting resources to COVID caused many young people, racial minorities, gay and bisexual men to suffer disproportionately from new infections. But the new data provides the clearest picture yet of the impact of COVID on STIs. And the CDC's new report covers the 2020, the first year of the pandemic, and a time defined by lockdowns, social distancing, and fear. The new report covers rates of gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis.
Oh wow.
Um, and it's just shown since then rates have gone up. I think because things have also been, people are just out there more now.
Oh yeah.
Matt wrote on this feed that I'm referencing, I feel the like rates of STIs among gay and bi men is partly caused by PrEP. Everyone barebacks now, so these infections transmit more readily. Um, do you agree with that, Kodi? And what's your thoughts on the story of STI rates?
I think that is a contributing factor, yes, because I have noticed that a lot more barebacking is more prevalent now that people are using PrEP and utilizing it. I do think that it doesn't surprise me that STDs are on a surge. I think that the reason, like the story said, is because of COVID, and people are. It's when things are opening up and people are getting free. Like we reported on how when COVID lessened, that it would be like the Roaring Twenties again back in the
Right.
day, and I think that that's the main contributing factor. So I think that when things get settled down and people are more comfortable with being outside again,
Yeah.
then STDs will probably go back down.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I have not, my pre-pandemic, I was out there a lot, I was getting tested a lot,
Yeah.
but I have not because of the pandemic, but also because I've been recovering from my ankle. So I'm back on prep and have been now for a month. I take that blue pill every day. And a
Yeah.
friend of mine was just asking me if I wanted to go to here in New York City where we live to next week's jockstrap party, which I already can tell like no. And if I do go, I'm not wearing a jockstrap.
Oh, are
I'm
we
just
going
not
to a jockstrap party?
I'm not there yet to where I'll go just if my friend is working. We have a mutual friend that bartends there.
Okay.
I'm not ready to wear, I'm working out a lot. It's not
Yeah.
about that. I'm not there yet. It's
Okay.
just weird when you have like a major injury like this and you're kind of coming back. I can do a lot of things. I can definitely have sex for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
I kind of also thinking because I have such a clean slate right now of I say clean slate because I don't have like I know like if I was to go to my doctor like tomorrow and to get my STI check, I wouldn't have them do the anal swab and the
Mhm.
throat swab because I haven't sucked dick or had anything one near my ass. And I'm kind of liking that right now. I want to be a little picky, I think is what I'm trying to say, is
Okay.
when I get back to it. And I will get back to sexual encounters for sure, but I think I'm going to be a little bit more pickier going back into it. Is that
I
weird
love it.
because of
No.
how I've just been so refrained from it for a while?
I think that that's completely natural. And you know what?
Yeah.
Listen to your body and listen to what your own mindset is. Just don't get caught up in what other people think about what your sex life should be because they're not having your sex.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think when you have anything serious happen to you, it's a great time to reset, obviously physically, but mentally, and how you re enter any kind of game again. And I'm kind of in that process right now on, how do I and when am I going to go out? And
Mhm.
I keep refusing offers to go out. Like, I don't know. I'm just like in this weird like I want to do stuff, but
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just very slow to kind of get back into the
And
game.
that's
I
okay.
don't think that it's never for me I'm ever to be the way I was. It's
Yeah.
like 100% I'm a new person. And
Okay.
I
I love
totally
that.
embrace who I am now and I like the new me and there's going to be some more exciting things I think that are going to come
Yeah.
out of it
That's
too.
that's the first part of self-discovery and discovering new facets of your personality. So I really
Yeah.
do love that, Steve. I love that
Yeah.
for
Oh
you. And
good.
for us, because I plan to be along for the ride.
Okay. James, oh, James, who watches us currently live now on our new vocal platforms. I didn't know you broke your ankle. Wow. Yeah. You bond with people have accidents like you or Tiger
Yeah.
Woods. All of a sudden, I'm so like glued to the set because
Oh,
he broke
really?
his ankle, all of his right leg last year in a major car accident. And hearing him talk about the recovery process really just resonates with me too.
Oh, wow.
You bond with your tribes and you look
That's
for like
awesome.
I think that's what happens when you have something really severe happen to you. So,
Yeah,
anyways, STDs, y'all get checked out.
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we've got some advice to give on some Reddit threads. I love a good Reddit thread. This one you
Yes.
might this might resonate with you, Cody, because
Okay.
it asks the question: is it okay to masturbate alone or watch porn even if you're living already with your partner? We talked about this on our Tags After show, which you can get on our Patreon channel.
Yep.
There's a current one out there that just came out last Friday. Cody and I actually talked about this exact topic, but this Reddit threader wrote, "Just curious if is this socially acceptable? I haven't opened up yet to my partner that what I do. It
Mhm.
has been a few months since we started living together. Maybe it's part of the adjustment. Also, this is my first gay relationship, so I'm kind of navigating
Oh,
through it." So he just moved in with his partner. He's in a brand new relationship and he wants to know, is it okay to masturbate alone or watch porn? And people wrote, just before we get into it, I mean, I
Okay.
don't see why not. It wouldn't be. Somebody wrote, thank you, was just overthinking, they wrote. Um, Somebody else wrote, been married 7 years today. We both still watch porn and masturbate, sometimes together, sometimes not. Sometimes it's just one of us home, sometimes we're both home. So yes, there's a lot, as you can imagine. And
Yeah.
I think before you respond
Okay.
is,
Get
you
into it.
know, I think in talking to a lot of my friends that are in relationships and the way life is today is life doesn't, your former life just doesn't end altogether the minute you get, yes, there's new changes and they should be exciting new
Mhm.
changes. But you shouldn't totally like lock down on everything that makes you happy. And it's, by the way, masturbation and watching porn isn't sleeping with somebody else. I think you've made the commitment to this person by moving in with them
Yeah.
and by wanting to be in this relationship. And so to me, it shouldn't be an issue unless, of course, it's taking up more time and you're not having sex with the partner. But chances are, if
Ding,
you're just
ding,
moving,
ding.
yeah, yeah. So I don't see a problem with this. Do you, Cody?
No, not at all. I say wank it out as long as you are. When I come to you, we are having. You can work it out for me. So, like, if you want to have masturbate, make sure that you leave a little bit of sexual energy for me as well. See no problem with it. I think that it's completely healthy. I think that it's a setup, really, honestly, if you kind of put all of your sexual eggs or any of your emotional needs into one basket. So, because that only leads to disappointment between you and your partner or partners, because you never know in this day and age. So, I think that you hit the nail right on the head as long as you are honest, open, and making sure that you are fulfilling all of like the sexual needs of your partner as well and not neglecting them is what I wanted to say, then that's really it's okay to masturbate.
Yeah, and I think, we could get into a little bit more nitty gritty on what that could look like because, obviously when you move in with somebody, lives are, you obviously have a different schedule than Joe has.
Yes.
And patterns, lifestyle patterns, sometimes people move in together and one is traveling. So for example, my friend just visited me
Mhm.
and he has a lot of business trips as opposed to his partner that he's engaged to.
Mhm.
Well, when he goes away, they're currently open when they want to be.
Okay.
Been together 26 years, so it's a little bit different story. But obviously, if you're in a hotel room, I
That's the
mean,
best time that's the best time.
that's the best. You can have, oh yeah, hotel room masturbation and playing around in the different rooms.
Oh,
I
so
once went
hot.
to I once went to MAL, Mid Atlantic Leather, which is a
Uh-huh.
BDM festival, leather festival in DC. And it's my birthday weekend. It's Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
Love it.
And I went to some of the events and was having a good time. But my hotel, I picked just off the premises, not the host hotel, just
Not
off
right
the
on the
premises.
off the
And
beaten
I
path.
loved my hotel. It was boutique and so adorable. And it had this great shower. I with the
Ooh.
mirror, I was in the shower area, I was in the bathtub. It was also freezing as fuck. So one day I watched Lifetime movies the whole day in between masturbation sessions and filming myself in the mirror, the bathtub. I didn't even, and there was a whole host of really hot guys in and around where I was staying. I did a me day, and
Nice.
it was yeah.
It's good to get back in touch with yourself, and like you said, you just
Back to
reminded me,
one.
yes, like Brian McKnight said, back to
Back to
one.
one. It's always a music reference with us.
But something you said really reminded me of something that I think I said on the after show. make it sexy, make masturbating by yourself sexy, video it, send it to me, because that will only enhance our sex life. I'm like, I would be like, I have to get home. I need to hop in and on this masturbation session.
That is such a great point because the other nitty gritty side of it is we've had people write in where you could spend too much time and become too addicted to sex with yourself, masturbation
Mhm.
with yourself, and you want to find that balance, if you will. But how great would it be to incorporate moments when you are having that time and turn on the camera and no, I was going to say live stream it, but maybe not.
That's
Maybe not.
okay. Would do
Yeah,
that too.
you could FaceTime it, but I think more appropriately would just shoot a video of yourself,
Oh
and your
yeah.
partner can watch it on their time zone when they're
So
ready.
I have a little story to tell you.
Oh,
I
yes.
wasn't planning on telling this story. So, during for Alegria, the one that I just went to this past, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had to come home early, so I
Right.
was feeling a little bit randy, and Joe was still at the party. So I took a couple snaps of myself butt naked and just kind of getting it in, and I sent it
Hey.
to him, and he was like, "Oh my god, I need to get home as soon as possible." So
That's
it
so great to keep him on track too,
it's
and
a
then
good way to keep things nice and fresh between the
I
two of
love
you.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really good one. What are people saying?
They are
Uh,
saying,
Jen is saying something, I think.
uh, Jen says, "Of course it's okay. It's therapeutic. Who doesn't love a good jerk off sesh?" And Silas is here. Hi, Silas. And Silas said, so he says, "My dick, my choice." And I agree with that 100%. James
I
says, "I think that it is sexy, and I wouldn't want my partner to get bored with just me all the time. Not everyone wants to have sex at the same time, and that's very, very true. Sex drives differ, so that's a good way to mitigate the differing sexual drives." And Blake says, "When you say send it to me." When you say send it to me, okay, I need a little bit more elaboration on that, Blake. What do you mean when you say send it to me?
well, he responds. Should we get to unless he said is he saying?
Oh, he's saying when I said talking about my partner masturbating, I say send it
Uh,
to me. Yes,
oh yes, I love
yes.
them.
Oh, he thought that I was talking to the audience, and I was not. I was talking to Joseph.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, you got to be clear on this.
You have to
And
be very clear. Please don't. I mean, oh my goodness. Please don't send me videos of you masturbating. You can send them to Steve. Steve will
yeah,
probably.
absolutely. Send it to me. I will take them all gladly.
And I'll watch them at your house.
Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, we've got to move on. This other
Yes.
Reddit thread, I really felt like this would be great to talk about because we do talk about guys, how to meet new guys. What's the best method? I feel like we're always talking about, is it on the apps? Is it in person? Is it at the bars? And this person wrote, sending a message to someone you've seen at the bars. So he writes, I was out getting some drinks last night and saw this guy at the bar. He was handsome, cute, glasses, and he had a marvelous laugh. I didn't find the courage to go over and chat him up, but we did exchange some glances during the night. I think we briefly chatted on Scruff a few years
Oh,
back, but then he didn't wear glasses. So he wanted to know, would it be creepy of him to shoot him a message? I was
depends on
thinking
the
of writing,
message.
yeah. So here's what he was going to say. I was thinking of writing something like, "Hey there, if you were you at the bar last night? Then I just wanted to tell you that your glasses look super good on you. I apologize for the randomness of my message. Laughing Ellen, have a great day. I have Facebooks and everything on my Scruff profile. Um, what do you think of this? Because I think it's really great to do this. I don't think you should be so apologetic about
Mhm.
reaching out to somebody, I think it's a good segue because it clearly means that this guy's in his proximity.
Yes.
And you could reach out to anybody anyway without even seeing them in person. But he has that extra added advantage of seeing him out previously. And what a great, line to say to
Icebreaker.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
But I
sure.
wouldn't, but I wouldn't be apologetic about it. And I would compliment if do you wear glasses now? You look really handsome in them now and do all that. But I wouldn't, he sounded a little apologetic.
Yeah, I
What
agree
do you,
with you. I think that it's a way to break the ice. You could say, was you could even ask, was that you at the bar the other day? Don't start it off with, I was watching you at the bar the other night. There's a
no.
way to do it, and then there's a way to not do it, where it will sound completely genuine and complimentary as opposed to creepy. And so make sure you walk that line, because it could veer off into creepy very, very easily.
Yeah. And like I said, somebody else wrote, also make sure you ditch the sorry for the randomness
Yeah.
because it comes across very middle school dating, they wrote.
I think it's
Otherwise,
cute.
um, I I think in this day and age you have to kind of be, it could be cute, but it could also be timid and shy. And
Yeah.
these days I feel like if you're just going to reach out to somebody, go for it. Don't go for the apologetics of it all. I
Okay.
think, yeah, in my mind, I think you have to kind of just, be a little more direct and just go with it. Like, own it that you saw them, was that you looked really good, and see where that goes. See if they respond. If they respond, pick up on that next cue. It's like ping pong. See what they put enough out in the serve to give them a good serve,
Mm-hmm.
not a weak backhanded, and see how it
That doesn't
lands.
even hit the net.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Give them like, know that they got served.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
like Serena Williams up in
I
here.
mean, I think that, yeah, I love Serena and I love tennis. That's
Oh,
one
we
sport I
don't.
do know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Okay, we should
yeah.
play.
We should.
I got
When
short
my
shorts.
ankle gets a little bit
Oh, that's
stronger.
oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, I'm not sure tennis is in my wheelhouse this year, but soon. Yes, we'll
No.
get there.
Yes.
Um, it does bring up a whole thing about like reaching out to people. I do like the hybridness of reaching out to somebody that you saw at the bar, because we often talk about, you know, should I use the app? Should I go out? This to me is a nice hybrid moment of using both, which I
Yeah.
think is so brilliant because it's the age old game of which one do I do? I'm not having luck on the apps. I'm not having luck on the bars. And this one really is seeing somebody out and then um, acting on it. It does bring up to mind, though, should you turn your phone on with the apps at the bar
Hmm.
and maybe not talk to them then, but see if you can kind of see people in your proximity and then maybe, reach out to them at a later time? What are your thoughts on that?
I think that that's a little bit creepy. I think that's a little bit strange. So I think
Okay.
that you should try and be in the moment while you're out doing whatever you're doing. If you're with friends, or if you're with, excuse me, if you're with your if or even if you're by yourself, be in the moment, be there. It's like, when you're at a concert and you're not paying attention to the concert, but you're recording everything that's going on at the concert. I feel it's kind of like that. I feel like you're not in the moment and you're not really noticing what's going on around you.
So no to turning on the
No to
apps.
turning it
Yeah,
on
I don't
while
do
you're
that.
there.
But I've seen people do that plenty at bars. And
Probably me, but
I mean,
I've
if there was a way, but like if you're in a big group, or here's where I think it could work. If your friends turning and chatting with somebody, maybe you could do it then. If they go to the bathroom for a second, you can maybe turn it on to see who's in the proximity.
Mhm.
But then you're taking yourself out of the moment of potentially meeting somebody that's right in front of you.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And my friends, Silas will tell you in 2 seconds that be in the moment, and you never know what's around you in your immediate vicinity. So keep your
Yeah.
eyes open. So
Okay.
we're on the same page. I thought we were not going to agree.
No, yeah. Abres los ojos.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, we've got to move on to our final hot topics before we get to our thirst trap.
Ooh.
And there is a guy with a 16-inch dick who proves, is there such thing as too big? They write on this Cock and Cocktails, does size matter? It's a question that's long been asked when it comes to dick size and sex. Well, the majority are concerned with the piece being too small, but having one that is too big is certainly an issue too, especially if you're about this person named Zane who has over 16 inches, though he does admit that it has been surgically enhanced.
Oh my.
You saw the picture of it,
I
Kodi.
saw the picture. It's like
So here's the benefits of it. It's really thick and huge, but he can suck himself off. That would be a positive to,
okay. One in
I
the
think.
positive.
I'm putting it in the chat. I don't know if it
Oh,
works on
good.
this. Yeah, there.
It's there. Yeah.
You can suck yourself off, but it's too big, I think. Now, I've been known to be a like huge dicks. What is
Okay.
that
All
called?
right.
I'm
Size
like
queen.
size queen. But honestly, you can't fit, like, now I want just nice average to medium because I haven't had it up there in a while. So
Okay.
any takers, I'm putting it out there.
Hey,
Hey,
there.
yeah, why not use the show for something,
That's
right?
right. You never
But
know.
yeah, I know. I just think it might be too big. I mean, and is it weird that he got it surgically enhanced too to make it
A
even
little bit.
bigger? What
Yeah.
did you think of it, and what are your
You know what?
thoughts of this?
You know what? It's not. I take that back. I don't think it's weird. I think that it is not any stranger than the people or the women that get really huge breasts. I
Oh,
don't think
thank
it's
you.
any.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's any different than that. I do think that I'm not touching that. And I don't know anybody. I'm sure that he's going to be self-sucking a lot because I don't know anybody that will actually be able to take it. It literally it's like a pool, one of those pool noodles. It's huge.
I mean, the kind of fun thing we were talking offline is you could pass it around. So, which would be kind of fun. You could be in a circle and pass it to the guy to your right, the guy in front of you, and the guy to your left.
They could all get on it
And
at the
then
same
you
time.
can take a suck out of it too, and then repeat. Which that, but I think we're talking about novelty
Pass the
sake, like,
penis.
pa- pass the penis, right?
Oh my
And
goodness.
but I think ultimately any bottom that he's going to try and fuck, it's just going to be too big for
Yeah.
that purpose, and he's only going to get so much in. If he's okay with that and everyone's okay with that, then I think it's fine. But yeah, I think people are saying that's too much. James
We're
said.
getting a lot of that's too much. That's a hazard, El Rey
It's
said.
a-
And then Ted
yeah.
says, puff, puff, give, puff, puff, pass. So puff, puff, pass the penis. I love it.
El Rey says, "Bogo dick."
Yeah, buy one, get one.
Oh, is that what that means? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm so bad with acronyms. I love that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But you know what? Good for it. You know what? Good point. It does remind me of, if he's happy, if it's like surgically enhanced because like women's breasts.
Mhm.
If it's making him happy, he's certainly going to find somebody it's going to make them happy too. It's a conversation piece. He can suck himself off. Then more power to him, I
More
guess.
power to him.
Power to
Yes.
the D.
Just don't bring that over here.
Don't bring that anaconda over. I mean, he can maybe bring it over here.
Okay, all right.
I mean, yeah.
I'll bring you soup afterwards. You're not
Oh,
gonna
when
be
I
able to
wake
walk.
up from anesthesia, yeah, thank you. I'll need more than soup. All right. Well, we're talking about your favorite person next. Jussie Smollett
Oh, yay.
just released a new song protesting his innocence. Jussie Smollett, that's right, released a
Oh,
new song
Jessie.
following his release from jail while he appeals his conviction. This story just keeps giving and giving. As we all know, last month, Jussie was sentenced to 150 days behind bars and 30 months probation on 5 disorderly conduct charges related to reporting a hoax hate crime, but he was released 6 days after. Besides his acting roles on Empire, he's trying to get his career back going, I guess. And
Mhm.
on last weekend, he dropped a snippet of a new track on his Instagram, and it's called "Thank You God." 100% of the profits will be donated to the Rainbow Coalition,
Okay,
um,
good.
Illinois, Illinois Innocent Project as well. It's So he is donating all profits to it, but he's really professing his innocence in the
Oh,
song. Do you
okay.
think that he was doing this song because, part of his being sentenced is he has to do a lot of community service, and this would be a way that he could do it as a performer, right? I mean, when you do that too, if you had, I forget how many hours he has to serve. I'm not
That's
saying
not
it's right.
community service.
No,
That's
when you donate it then to a
a
a,
ca a
a
cause.
cause, I think that's considered community service. That's why I think he's doing it. But
That's no
also
good. That's a
I think he's standing by, even though he's guilty, by his innocence. And how much is enough? I mean, enough already, Jussie. I mean, do you think if he just keeps saying he's innocent that he thinks people are going to believe he is?
I feel like he needs to lay low and let things kind of subside. I feel like he's trying to come back too quickly.
Yeah.
I think that when this you shouldn't be able to buy your way out of community service. I think that that
Well,
is
he's
not
donating 100% of the profits.
that is it sounds like he's using money to buy his way out of community service. That's how it lands for me. I think that you should if you actually are going to do community service, you should be servicing the community, not in the way that I used to.
I bet he could.
You should be actually with the people before
Yeah, they
you.
didn't really specify how he could serve the community. He could give it up in a bunch of different ways and make a lot
Bathroom
of,
stall. Here we go.
yeah. And could you imagine if he was in, I just need you to sign this form for me. And then, yeah, maybe we could get the 16
Oh my
incher.
goodness.
Eh,
Oh wow. Yeah. That is
Yes.
some definitely some
For
community.
for
He should.
research purposes, to see how far can you take it, Jesse, for the rest of us all. If he can take a good 10 of the 16,
I would give.
then
I
the
would.
rest of us know that we're in good.
He could go free if he's able to do that because that is a feat in and of itself. So
If he could take, it's 16 feet.
I'm.
Oh yeah, inches.
Oh my goodness, you are silly. Um, so how do I feel about him sticking to his guns about his innocence? I think that
Oh
he
yeah, did I
is.
ask that the question of
I
you?
don't know.
Yes.
Did you? I
Yeah, I
don't know.
did. Go ahead. Yeah.
I feel like he's so deep in that he can't really back out now. So he's doubling down on what he told the people, and I think that he is not. Yeah, he's not. He's he's buying his own supply. Is basically what's happening. How do you feel about him doubling down on his innocence?
I feel that it's annoying. I think he should lay low, like you said. I think it's still up for, like, he barely got out, but really he's still guilty. And although they're filing an appeals,
Mhm.
that has yet to be scheduled, and there's no telling, he could get the appeals and go back and still be found guilty and have to go back to jail. So I think it's too soon to be releasing a song professing your innocence,
Mhm.
and it's just like no one's gonna buy this song. And 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 I don't know where profits are going to come from, because these days they're all on streaming services. So even if I were to download it, I have Apple Music. The amount I pay, it's going to be like cents. We're not making that much money, I believe, on this single. That's going to make a difference for whoever he's trying to support. I think he's just so hell-bent, and his family is hell-bent on systematically saying how innocent he is. And they think if they say it 850 times that people will believe it, but it doesn't. He's not. And he was found guilty.
Yeah, I hear you.
I love El Rey, who says he should be making drinks for Little Nas X. I love that. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anybody else saying anything, Kodi, before we move on to our final topic, thirst trap?
James says that is his job to service the community. And Calidad says that big old dick knocked me off the broadcast.
He just got reconnected back onto the show. That was a big punch.
I mean, that's hilarious.
Well, it's time for our favorite game to play. Straight Up Gay Porn does this every single week, where they ask the question, who took the best photo or video of the week? Again, by Straight Up Gay Porn. This week, they asked the question, out of these 16 gay porn stars, who took the best photo or video? It's our job to descriptively describe on this audio podcast why we chose that one. If you're watching us live, I put it in the comments section, so let us know who is your thirstiest pick of the week. Kodi, we'll start with you. Who took the thirstiest out of these 16 gay porn stars?
I literally just had to look because I forgot to check. I forgot to look.
Oh, okay.
But
do you want to go?
Very quickly, I'm gonna go. Yes. I choose Josh Brady. It was a very close tie between Josh Brady and oh my gosh, his Boomer Banks and David, but I feel like I've chosen Boomer before, so I'm going to give it to Josh Brady this week. So Josh Brady, he's outside, he's on a tanning. What are those things called when you tan? Yeah, not a tanning. It's like okay, it's like something you lay on outside. I forget what it's called.
Are we playing that game now? How many words? First word?
Bed.
Okay.
So he's outside and he's on this the thing that's oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm blanking.
Do we need to come back to
Yeah, can you come back to me? You go ahead.
Well, okay. We'll come back to you to finish up your statement there.
Yes.
I have to pick a video this week that I happened to watch it, and it's by Mr. Wild, Wilde. He goes by Mr. Wild. And in it, he is naked and swinging his dick around with his pants down. He's clearly in his bedroom, and there's some great pictures, there's these Polaroids that are on the wall behind him. There's a plaid blanket. He's really sexy Latino guy, and he's shaking the dick. He clearly just came, and he's licking the cum on his back of his fingers, and the dick is still semi-erect. It's really juicy. He's got a nice bush that's really hot. And as he's doing that, he's all looking tough, like hot. When his sister apparently walked in on him, and the video shows he's looking in the camera and having his moment, and then he hears the door open and he's like, oh shit, hey, and he's pulling up his pants 90 miles an hour.
Oh my God,
frantically. And he says, thankfully my sister walked in on me, scary face, but I already nutted. And I think he made it. Maybe she saw him and his voice totally changed though in that last second of him going from a masculine voice to oh hey sis. He was freaked out. I think I would have totally been freaked out.
Oh
too.
yeah,
but he gets my vote for the week.
So hot.
Yeah,
it's a lounge chair.
Oh, okay, child.
Thank you, El Rey. And he's outside. He's surrounded in the forest. I love outside sex. He's got on these cute glasses. He's got this bubble butt, and he's clearly has used the manscape shaver because he is smooth as a baby's bottom, and it's just his butt is looking delectable, and he gets my vote this week.
I love it. Blake said that Italian mate who gets his vote, and I have to say, Italian mate looks really hot. He looks like really lean and beautiful dick.
Let me
Actually,
see. Oh
it's early
yes.
on. Yeah, lean
Oh
and
yeah.
mean and compact, total package.
His
And
phone is plugged in though, so
that's the funny thing on some of these is people don't realize, but like I'm looking at what products is he using in the background. They look kind of generic products, but they'll do the job, I guess. And is the tile clean? But
Oh man,
it
we
looks like a
noticed
very
the strangest thing,
the strangest things.
but that's
Uh,
okay.
Ricky Donovan says Doug Ellison.
Mhm.
Ricky Donovan, Blake says, very, especially for not really showing the goods. Oh, okay, that's good. Leave something to the imagination. We like that. And James says Juice Poppy.
Juice
Juice
Poppy, where
Poppy.
is
Also,
he at?
Caridad says that too. Juice
Oh,
Poppy.
Juice Poppy, I did notice him too. He's got on a cowboy hat. He's looking really delicious too.
It's not like a box of juice that.
I'm sure some kind of juice comes out of him, but
Okay. They're all good. I will put this on tagspodcast.com for you all to check on your own. Yes, really hot. And thank you for playing on that. Well, thanks for tuning in to our live broadcast, guys, on our first time on the vocal platform. We have still more. We're just getting used to this new platform, but I
yes.
promise there's a lot of bells and whistles and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can follow Kodi. He's a life coach at KMD Coaching. KMD Coaching. Follow us at Tags Podcast. Also follow Kodi at Mr. Maurice, his personal account too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
thirsty.
Yeah. In the meantime, continue having hot,
Hot
gay
gay
sex.
sex.